Changing the size of it right now. I don't know. Should it be white to stick out? Or maybe black. I think maybe black. Nah, that ain't gonna work either. Nothing's working. Hold up. What about if we go... We'll go white again. I can put it like right there. Alright. That'll be good for now. Let's go ahead and let me get the stream pulled up on this. We're going to go ahead and change the strings on this bad boy. What's going on, you guys? Who we got in here? We got anybody in here yet? Got a couple people. Love that. Alright. So yeah, I'm going to be changing the strings on this guitar because it's about time. This thing has been, I'm not even kidding, just in such a short amount of time. Like, this guitar has been, I want to say, 5 or 6 different states within the past month or 2 months. I wish that you guys could see it better, but right now I'm going to be changing the strings on this bad boy. Maybe I can get a better angle for you guys, but I'm going to get the strings changed on my Charvel here. It's pretty much like the main one that I like to use for the streams, and I'm going to be using these James Hetfield strings. The good old, these were released, and my plan with these was I'm gonna buy it and then I'm gonna fucking scout people for them, because I mean they are kind of cool, you know what I mean? But like I bought one and I was like, all right, maybe one day I'll use it. Never used it, but now I'm just like, fuck it, I just wanna use them. So let's use Papa Het's fucking strings. You know what's funny is my favorite string size is pretty much the same as him. The only difference is he likes a 50, I like a 49. All the rest of the numbers are the same. Lip from Shameless. I'll take it. I haven't watched Shameless in forever. Yo, what's up, brother? AC, what's up, man? Alan, I like your studio. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. What's up, Noah? Here, let me move this thing down in Streamlabs real quick, because it is kind of high, and I think just for you guys, I want to, you know, I want to make it so you guys can see what's happening with the guitar. Usually, I don't do my songwriting live stream stuff setup with this, but since I'll be jamming anyways, I figure why not. So let's go ahead and move this down just a little bit if it'll let me. Kind of close. I think it works. Looks good. Okay, so I need to get the thing out. If you don't got one of these, bro, you're actually tripping. You gotta have the master toolkit for the guitar. You know, it's got the Fritz ruler. It's got it pretty much just comes with everything you need. Alright, so we got to get rid of these strings. I guess before, you guys tell me if you notice a difference after it's all said and done. Let's go back to, actually I'm using the Gojira plugin right now. Just tell me if you notice a difference. Oh, I forgot this thing's in drop D right now. Yeah. Dude, this thing, it's got some old strings. You can mainly tell when you're using the tube amps. But there's just so much presence set up in this one that I have right here. It's insane. Romania. Yo, that's what's up, man. Thank you. Stay metal, my brother. My cat is yapping in the background right now. Hi, Carl. I don't know if you guys can see my boy Carl here, but he's tripping out. What's up, buddy? What are you doing? We recently started letting him go outside, and hence the reason for the bell. And he thinks he is the shit now. Like he really thinks he is him. Like, I'm telling you, he really thinks he is him. Alright. Hop down, nerd. I gotta put... This is why I never let them in here. They always just knock something over every time. Alright, let's get started with this. I'm getting some clickbacks here, and not enjoying that too much. And usually it happens for one of two reasons. There's one. So I'm going to close out, open it back up, and then we're going to rock out, all right? I'm trying to figure out if there's a good angle for you guys here. I don't know. Guess something like that could work. Alright. It's just going to be what it is. This is just a random stream for you guys anyway. So, let's get started. We got to undo these old strings here. Alright, let's get that top E. Last time I streamed changing the strings, I think it was on this guitar. And I ended up adjusting the neck because summertime was, like officially here. It wasn't any more of that like hot, cold stuff. And dude, the neck got adjusted too much and the feel of the guitar was just off. Like it was weird. It just wasn't right. Thank you, my brother. Beavis and Butthead to shit. Bro, you saw that they're doing the King of the Hill thing? They're bringing it back. You know what's insane? My girl told me that, they're bringing the show back. I knew that, but then she comes in the room one day while I'm streaming, and she's like, oh, my God, you got to hear this. And I'm like, what happened? And she's like, okay, so you know how King of the Hill is coming back? I'm like, yeah. Then she goes, so John Redcorn on the show. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what? you know, did they kill him off or something? Like, what? Why are you so? Oh my God, what happened? And I'm thinking, you know, she's gonna say, oh yeah, the character got killed off or something like that. But then she tells me that the guy who actually does the voice acting for John Redcorn was actually killed. And I'm like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, his they're assuming that it was because he is gay. And I'm like, wait, what? So I haven't really got to look like super into it, but this is what I was told, and you know, just passing it down. But tell me that's not absolutely insane. Like, what? Okay, got these strings. I'm still gonna cut them in half. I like to cut them in half because when you take it out the back of the guitar, you typically, well, 9 times out of 10, it's just a bitch to take out, depending on the type of guitar. Honestly, yeah, depending on the type of guitar. This guitar it's got a hardtail, so I don't really worry about that too much, but it's just a good habit to get into. I think I can chop all 3 of these at once. Nope. I thought I might. Oh, wait. Dude, yeah, it did basically. It's just hanging by a freaking thread. What the heck? Oh, man, that's annoying. How's everybody else's night doing? Go on. Damn, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's just so crazy to me. Like, I'm not really one of the people that you would think I am because I do the YouTube thing. But besides, you know, watching YouTube shorts, you know, nerdy stuff about computers and, you know, guitar related stuff, you know, I don't really get on social media. I'm not super active, which is also, you know, hard for me sometimes because, you know, it's like part of what I'm trying to do here with the channel. So it's like maybe I should get better at that. I think I am slightly, but it's just, you know, I don't keep up with it that much, which is just wild to me. Like, who the would do that? AC, tell me what. So what was the real cause of this? I mean, I feel like that's like some media blowing shit out of proportion like they do. Like, you can't believe anything that you see. Like, if you see one headline, you got to say, okay, this is what's being said for now. This does not mean it is the truth, you know? Unless you live in North Korea, then the truth doesn't even matter. If you go to the Steam hardware, uh, the Steam hardware survey, it's basically where, you know what Steam is. Steam is where you go to buy games and purchase, and they're all in one place on Steam. Yes, Steam, the gaming thing, the gaming hub. So there is apparently one player that is on frequently in North Korea because they're legally not allowed to there because they have a dictator. So it's rumored that Kim Jong Un is actually the person playing fucking video games in North Korea, which is just insane. Imagine making it illegal to play games and then you're playing games. Like, what a POS, bro. Let's wind these ones up. Yo, Tio, what's good, my dude? Glad you guys are here. I know it's a bit late, but it was the weekend, so I was like, you know what? I think we're good. I got done editing a video today, and I just wanted to chill a little bit. I'm gonna get my fishing license. Me and my son, we're gonna go fishing. One of these days coming up. I think tomorrow actually would be the best day, but we'll see how everything goes. Anyways, so I'm like, all right, well, let's get the fishing rods and, you know, put all the shit together. But then I go downstairs, no fucking tackle box. I'm like, yo, where the fuck is my tackle box? Like, what the hell? So I gotta find that shit, or else I ain't doing nothing tomorrow. I'm gonna go there with nothing. Like a fucking noob. Yeah, I gotta go to Walmart and do that shit tomorrow. Any of y'all go fishing? I'm not like a huge fisherman. Like my buddy Jeremy, he's like the man, but he also grew up right by a river, and so did I kind of, but you know, it's kind of crazy how much he fishes. Like he's just goated. Like he's the fucking man. He's got some nice fishing rods and stuff. Just gonna go to our old spot. Right now I'm just getting the dust off of here using my Ernie Ball microfiber cloth / makeup brush thing here. Pretty cool. Pretty nifty. Oh yeah, and to hold it up, I'm also using this Music Nomad or Music Man. I think it's Music Nomad thing to hold it up here. Just looks a little bit more professional. We're gonna wipe this off, but I am out of cleaner, so this is gonna be kind of a sloppy, just throw it on, get it done, let's fucking go. You know what I mean? So this isn't gonna be a crazy cleaning and guitar tune up like I usually do. We're gonna throw these strings on there, and I'm just gonna jam and talk a little bit, and I'm gonna get the fuck off of here. All right. She's de-dustified. I will say the input jack, guys, I don't know if any of you guys have had this problem, but it seems to be tight. It seems to be good. I've tried the connection. I don't know if it might be the battery pack. This is an active guitar, so it has a 9-volt battery in it. And yes, I did put a nice Duracell in there. Spoiled myself. And it's still just giving me the every once in a while, and I don't get it. I don't know why the fuck it's doing that. Oh yeah, I was gonna put these on because this is my E standard / E flat guitar, but I decided against it and said, you know what? We're gonna do the fancy strings for the people. So where are they? Here they are. So right now we're gonna open up the old Papa Hets. I got a whole nother box of these too somewhere. .50 gauge to 11, which is, like I said, what I like to use, but the 50 is usually a 49. So it is what it is, and that 1 gauge can make a difference. Like if you're very particular with your guitar, it can make a difference. So bear that in mind if you're trying to do or mimic anything that I do here today. If you got a question, let me know. Yo, Tio made his first short on this channel, or do you have like a separate thing? Go sub to Tio's channel, man. When I tell you he's the most supportive and nicest guy, man. Like AC and Tio, you guys have been here essentially since day one, and you guys always have my back, and man, I fucking love you guys. Like, you guys are legit. I'd do anything for you guys, man. Go hit those guys up. Tio's cool. Especially if you're into... He sent me his first video. It's like, what do you think, man? What do you think? I'm like, I watched it. I was fucking impressed, man. I was like, that's awesome. And a lot of the bands he listens to are like Hispanic or, Mexican fucking metal bands. And I'm like, hell yeah, this shit's fucking sick, dude. Like, I'm finding bands I never knew and getting some ideas for riffs at the same time. So I'm like, hell yeah. And it has tabs. Like, what? Or I think the one did. I can't remember. Maybe I'm thinking of something else, but I was pretty sure it did. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the 50 gauge in. And Tio, if you need any help with, you know, the Reaper stuff, if you know, there's anything particular that I do that you're unaware of, shoot me a message. Be more than happy to help you out with anything like that, man. You would do it for me, so I appreciate you. All right. My biggest thing, and I made this point very clear last time, when you are putting your goddamn string in a hardtail guitar like this, a hardtail just has the hardtail and your bridge. Fuck, why am I messing up? Your bridge tuners, or your saddles. Sorry, your bridge saddles. Make sure that it is hitting the inside and it is perfectly there, or else it will not wrap the way you want it. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh wait, I already took a pack out. Yeah, of course, man. Let me know, you know, camera setup, stuff like that, man. I'd love to help you out, brother. Whatever I can help you out with, man. I would genuinely like to help you any way I can. Where'd it go? I need my string winder. So typically I go 2 frets up. So whatever string is going in, I go 1, 2 above it. It's usually about that big. That's average, right? So I'm gonna do that. But what you can also do is pull it up, go straight to that middle finger, and usually that'll get you where you need to go. Gives you some extra room. I usually do that trick with the acoustic guitars, but you could do it on electric as well. Apparently the guy who voiced John Redcorn, his husband, said that their neighbor didn't like the type of relationship they had, harassed them a lot until that unfortunate situation unfolded. Okay, so as far as I can tell from that, you know, anybody could fabricate that type of thing, you know. How long were they neighbors? Why did he suddenly snap all of a sudden? What really happened? And, you know, the thing is once if you're a white person especially, you do anything to any type of minority, you are going to be looked at immediately as some type of hate crime. So, I mean, that's obviously people's first instinct, but who knows what the fuck really happened, you know? Until like there's an official statement or video. I mean, that dude probably has a little bit of money. He probably used some of that money from that revenue coming in, and you know, at least has some damn cameras on his house. So I'm gonna assume that there is going to be a court date eventually. All right, hopefully that is long enough. I also have the locking tuners on this guitar, obviously. So we lock these in. Here, let me bring this down just a little more for you guys. Is able to see that at all? Enrique, what's up, man? Okay, I think you guys might be able to see it from there, correct? There we go. All right, so we're getting our string locked with our locking tuner, and now we're going to bring it in. It does change the game a little bit once you have the locking tuner. think I have too much string. Damn. See, this is why I'm used to the 46s now. Going to the under the 50. I tried to give it too much. Rather have more than not enough, though, I guess. Yeah, that's average, bro. 8 inches, right? 8 inches? Alright, let's get this twisted on now. And with the reverse headstock, I always get so confused with this guitar. This guitar, oh, no wait, it needs to go, shit, let me think, let me remember. It needs to go. Yeah, I think with this one it does go on the inside. I always fucking forget this, man. Damn, the string is too long. Bro, what is going on right now? Fucking this all up. I'm still thinking about that damn John Redcorn shit. It needs to go the other way. The reverse headstock always fucks with me. As much as I play this guitar, you think I would remember. But of course it's on stream when I don't remember. If I was by myself, I'd nail it without even thinking about it. Gotta love life, man. And the string is so fucking thick for this. Okay, so that's gonna be good. Okay. That was stressful getting that first one on there. My goodness. Then again, it has been a while since I have not been keeping up with all my guitar stuff, you guys. I've been in a rut. Work's really got me down. Makes it very hard to do anything with the channel. So I do apologize for the lack of entertainment and the lack of posting. So, you know, that is my fault. But yeah. Yo, Millie, what's up? Good to see you. Just got back from where? Work? Did anybody do anything to celebrate 4th of July or go see family, eat some food or anything? I know it's probably, I mean, it's crazy to say, but it's probably half fucking controversial to say, did you do anything for 4th of July these days, you know? Not allowed to celebrate anything anymore without somebody getting fucking mad. And that's just the truth. Alright. First string. Make sure your notch in the back is good. Spin that sucker around. And I do have the Grover locking tuners, so I am going to tighten that into the pocket here before I string it up. You don't have to, but I mean, why why wouldn't you? I mean, maybe you have to. I've never heard anything about that before. 1, 2. Hands a little dry. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we got them all. Imagine we got ripped off. Papa Het ripped us, bro. Imagine James Hetfield. Imagine James Hetfield came in the stream right now. He's like, yo, bro. Ooh, yeah, that's too much. Damn it. Let's see where the peak point is. Yeah, that's too much. Why am I'm fucking that up way too much right now. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Because I usually like to have three wounds around the string. Typically. So let's see what happens. Two. Yeah, we're gonna get 3. Good. That's right. That's why I always just remember that measurement. I'm always like 2 frets up. The 50 though, once you get above like 49 or like 52 with your gauge strings, it does tend to get a little different. You need to string it slightly different, like, you know, sort of more like an acoustic. You need to be a little bit more aware of what the fuck is going on. Elite Kid. Yeah, I remember. I don't remember that profile picture, but I remember that name, or a name that was just like that one. But I'm pretty sure I remember the Elite Kid thing from 2 streams ago. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he changed the profile picture. It was an Elite sign? Okay, got you. Gonna put our D string on now. I know everybody was expecting a D's nuts joke, but too busy staying hydrated. All right. Hey, whoa, whoa. All right. Good to go. I should put some music on. I could, because I'm not trying to gain any ad revenue through this. But I also don't want to get in trouble like I did before. That was so annoying. You guys have no fucking idea. That's what ruined my numbers on my streams originally. Was literally playing, I think it was Trivium. Or no, it was Gojira. I was watching Gojira play the Olympics, and my mind was blown that they had metal at the Olympics. And I was like, what the fuck? And then a couple days later, I got flagged, and then from then, the stream numbers just went down like crazy. Like, they don't play around with copyright stuff. Like, they really do not. Yo, thank you, my brother. Freak on a leash. Is that the Korn reference? I don't think it says leash, but that's the first thing that comes to my mind as a metalhead. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, got the Pro Mod Charvel Telly style. When I bought this, I then found out that they have a version of this with a Floyd, and I was like, bro, I need that. Power trip, dude. Dude, this whole room is power trip the fuck out. Like, this over here, you'll see it in a minute. Back there, I have a power trip poster. Like, this room is definitely power tripped out, man. You know, I don't know if maybe you've heard anything, but I always hear hype. By the way, if you're a fan of Power Trip, the guitarist from Power Trip started another band with some other Texas boys. One of the other band's names is Scourge, Scourge, and they're super sick, but the band that he started with them is called... Ouch, fuck. That just went under my fingernail. That hurts. The guitarist from Power Trip went on to play guitar in a band after Riley died, in a band called Fugitive, and Fugitive is super sick. Like, it's like if Power Trip said, fuck it, we're not playing an E anymore, and we just want to play some heavy shit with it. You know what I mean? But you're going to get that sort of Power Trip vibe from those guitar riffs. I promise you, you will. It's super good. But I was watching an interview, and he says, like, yes, so we've all talked. You know, they were working on a record. So before Riley died, I remember distinctly that I remember distinctly, and by the way, my brother actually, we're such big fans, he had his second kid and named him Riley after Riley from Power Trip. Telecasters aren't common in metal. They're definitely coming up. Like if, you know, with the Solar guitars, Ola England definitely, I mean, you got to think about it like this. The whole Super Strat thing, like, this is basically just a Stratocaster made for a metalhead. That's literally like all this is a dumbed down, sort of sharper and slightly more tailored for a metalhead. So same with this guitar. I will say the one thing I don't like about this guitar that sort of makes me not want to play the really heavy stuff is the pinch harmonics. So as you guys probably already know, with pinch harmonics, you are trying to find that spot, and you can hit the same string and the same pinch, and you can make a slightly different harmonic if you go up and down. With this guitar, maybe my hands are chunky, maybe I just suck at pinches, but when I do it, it's a little bit too far up, so I have to flick back and then go like this anytime I do pinches. Makes it a lot harder on this guitar to do those pinches. When a guitar like that is slightly longer, and it's a lot easier to do that. So there's benefits to going for a guitar that's tailored more for metal, but you know, I like this guitar. When I first bought this, you guys already know this story, but this is for anyone new here. When I first bought this guitar, we're onto our G string now. This guitar is going to go in half step, by the way. For those of you who don't know, when I bought this guitar, it was an impulse buy, but it wasn't a impulse buy that was like, yeah, I can't even really defend it. It was technically an impulse buy, but it was not brand new. Local guitar shop in my area, the owner was there. We talk sometimes, we jam sometimes, we go back in the rooms, we jam. And we were talking one day, and he's like, I'm just like, yeah, man, of course, you know, I'm always looking, I'm always interested. That doesn't mean I can afford it or anything like that, but yeah, you know, I'm always interested. interested. He's like, well, check this out. I think this is more up your alley. And he walks me over, shows me this guitar. I'm like, yo, that thing is sick. I picked it up and played it, and it didn't immediately click with me. Like, I picked this guitar up, and I'm like, it has everything I would want. Like, for live shows, it has the input jack on the side here. It's carved into the side so it doesn't bump your hip as much. I'm not the biggest on pickups, but I do like Fishman pickups, and these are, I always say that they're the classics, but they're not the Fishman Fluence classics. They're the other ones. I'll remember them soon. Not very common ones, but I do like these. And you know, it's for the most part, you know, a hardtail guitar, except it does have a push-pull. So very cool, lots of different sounds. I pick it up, I play it. I'm like, it's not set up for me. The strings that were on it were way too heavy for this type of guitar, and I'm like, you know what, let me get it. I got it. This guitar usually goes for about $1,000 all day long. I got this guitar for $650 or $700, either $650 or $700, and it came with a really nice Gator case. And I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So I bought it. I bring it home. I don't play it for like 2 weeks. It just was not. I just wasn't feeling it. I started playing it a little bit more. I was like, no, I'm used to my other pickups, and it was mainly the feel and the sound of the pickups. I'm like, man, I don't want to play this guitar. Like, I don't think I like it. I need to find what genre I like it with, what amp that I want it to sound like and feel like. And then I finally did, and usually when I'm playing through the Gojira plugin with this guitar in either E flat or D standard, it's a beast. It's fucking awesome. Or, you know, drop D, any of those ranges between those tunings, it is fucking awesome. But usually E flat. That is like this guitar's sweet spot. Drop D on this one is really good as well. Let's make sure this string, we're on to our G string. We're almost done. Like I said, I'm not going through super powerhouse here right now. I'm not trying to, you know, do the Olympics with the guitar maintenance at the moment. This guitar was cleaned not that long ago. It was set up not that long ago. It just doesn't need that much, so I'm not really worried about going crazy. I cleaned the dust. I honestly I spent 30 seconds on this thing, and it's probably more than what most people do for their own guitar. So let's just leave it at that. It's clean. She's good. She's set up. I always tell people, I'm like, until you play the guitar that I've set up, you don't understand what I mean when I say until you've set up your own guitar the way you like it, you're not always gonna like the feel of a guitar. Like, I can pretty much take any guitar and turn it into something that I would like to play. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a metal machine, but you know, I don't just play metal either, so. Alright. What's y'all's favorite style guitar? Like, do any of you guys have like a favorite? There we go. Man, do I ever love locking tuners. Look. Imagine me just playing it like this. Alright, let's get this all turned. Getting turnt. Getting Timmy turnt. Timmy turnt-er. And we're going to hit 3. That's what I'm talking about right there, baby. All right, let's grab our little clippers here. Gonna snip the little piece off. Yeah, they're locking tuners. You technically don't need to do that. You can cut it to where you want it, put it there. But I've noticed it just, for the first 2 strings, your bigger gauge strings, it just works better. I've actually gotten hit in the eye before, so that's why I'm super careful when I do that. Drop H. Imagine. Do I use double track? Do you mean when I'm tracking guitars? Do I track 2 guitars? I'll show you a quick version of my process here in just a minute once we're done doing this, and then I tilt the camera back where it's supposed to go. Just give me a sec here. I'm gonna get these last 2 strings in. Dude, I can't express my hate enough for that band, fucking Sleep Token, bro. I just, like, I don't know what the fuck people are thinking with that band. Like, okay, I remember the days of, like, you know, Dance Gavin Dance, or like Johnny Craig, you know, doing his like sort of R&B vocals and like mixing it up a little bit. But this fucking Sleep Token shit is just, bro, y'all already know the word for it. It's fucking terrible. I hate it. I keep seeing stuff pop up about them in like groups and stuff, like anytime I get online. And the thing is, I'm not like a huge like keeping up with social media kind of guy, but that band somehow always pops up, and it always seems to be like some fucking goth girl or like fucking femboy or some shit. I don't know. It's like the type of people that listen to it. I don't know. I'm not saying that there's anything inherently wrong with that. I'm just saying it's like this shit'll pop up, someone talking about it. I'm like, I don't understand it. Like, it's fucking boring as well. Like, there's nothing. It doesn't feel extreme or like make me feel like, I don't know. Like, even the simplest music can make you feel something. And that just don't do it. Yeah. Remember when you reacted to Sleep Token stream? Yeah. Dude, that was like the first time I actually listened to them. That shit was awful. I think the only time I've turned them on after that was to tell my buddy who Cypress, who came up from Florida. That's whose painting that is over there. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys can't see it right now. But he came up from Florida. I think he's going to be moving back as well. So there's going to be a lot of Narc music coming out soon, by the way, you guys. So prepare for that. That shit is going to be actually epic as hell. Like, you guys see all the stuff that I've been writing on here. A lot of that's going to get used for Narc, man. And those songs that we've been writing on these live streams are no joke. They're fucking bangers, dude. Some of them end up lacking, but hey, there's only so much that you can actually do. Like, in my position of, you know, the whole idea is to put myself in the worst situation ever, which is walk upstairs, say, okay, let's do this, and then open up a fresh session, start the stream, and then start trying to come up with a song. And I've done it, what, like 100 times now? I don't know, a lot of fucking times. I've written a song live on the stream. I make it happen. And a lot of them actually do turn out to be straight bangers. I hope that that doesn't come off arrogant, but at the same time, it's like, I gotta have some type of confidence in it because I don't see anybody else doing that. Like, I've seen one other person doing something similar, and it's just this dude making beats, and he's just kind of making the same thing that he always does over and over. And he's like the fastest FL beat maker ever, you know, whatever his fucking title is. But, not trying to be a hater, but it's just like sitting here doing this, I feel like it's a little bit more complicated with writing some metal music or even the pop punk stuff. Like, no matter what, at the end of the day, you still have to make a decision on like what the goes in the song. Also, we're done, so let's tune this bitch up. 3.5 hours of classic hard rock. Oh my god, classic hard rock all day, dude. I actually don't mind. Like, hold on, when you say classic hard rock, what are we talking here? Are we talking like, you know, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin? Because that's what that's what I think of when I think like the classic rock stuff. Wait, you said hard rock though, so classic hard rock. What would that be? That would be more like Motley Crue type of stuff, because I'm trying to like add the hard in there, you know. All right, let's tune this thing up. One album of Sleep bro, I would literally fall asleep and then I would get robbed for my tokens. Like, bro, fuck that. Listen to Sleep Token get robbed on a train. If you give me a band, for example, I'll be able to answer, but I don't know. Either way, I'd still rather die than listen to Sleep Token. A full album, that's terrible. Like, I know I'm being such a big hater, but dude, it's just fucking terrible. Alright, so we're going to be tuning this up. I think you guys can see. Yes, I got my tuner up on the screen for you guys to see. We're going to be going to E flat here. Let's tune this bad boy up. Dude, this G string is super loose. Just feels kind of loose. Whoa, how did I almost have every single string in tune where it was supposed to go? Besides the top and the bottom, the first and the last. Like, almost every string was already in tune. It was just sharp. A little bit. Alright, it is tuned up. I can't play with these picks. I try and I try and I try, you guys, but I can't play with these picks right here. When I went to Myrtle Beach not that long ago, these were 4 for $1. So I got them, and as much as I try and play with them, I just can't do it, man. I don't know why. They're just maybe too pointy and too thick. I don't know. There she goes out of tune. All right, let's go ahead and stretch our strings out. go ahead and stretch these out. I'm gonna grab this rag so I don't burn my fingers off doing it. To win the World Cup. You know, honestly, man, I wish my buddy Hayden was here because he keeps up with all that stuff. If I tried to keep up with another hobby, I would probably end up dead. Just like between family, my hobbies, you know, friends, and just everything, I'd probably end up dying just from the amount of stress. But I don't even know. Like, I don't even know who's at the World Cup. I do love me some UFC. Alright, I think she's nice and stretched. Let's see how out of tune it is. Dude, that just went from D sharp to like B. Alright, let's keep on doing it. Ecuador? Oh, gotcha. I didn't see his last message. If you're not stretching your strings after you restring, you're actually missing out. Because for the most part, after I put new strings on this guitar, I might tune it like 2 times. And occasionally, I mean, and I will take this guitar on which I just did, a 9-hour trip to Myrtle Beach. And when I got there, it was still perfectly in tune. Through the heat, through the cold, being in the case, thrown sideways, standing upright, all the shit. Older strings. Kind of older strings, not that old. Not as old as some people would have their strings let go. Who is in the World Cup? Tell me. I'm not hip. Boom. Alright, now let's see how out of tune this was. Or how much stretching these things needed. Oh yeah, I gotta check this input jack to make sure it is not the cord or the input jack, because I don't know actually which one it is. So I gotta check that. Dude, it's so out of tune, you guys. Alright, so let's see. This one made it to from D sharp to C sharp almost perfectly. So a whole step down. '26 World Cup. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't even fucking know. Like, I know nothing about that shit. Like, keeping up with sports for me is like, I can't even think of an analogy because that's how little I keep up. You guys, show you the guitar tone that I've been fucking with recently. It's one of my older guitar tones that I used to play, and I've sort of come back to it, but I've sort of revamped it a little bit. So let me make sure this thing is perfectly in tune. Alright, let's delete this STL Tones one. Just delete that. Let's mute our Gojira, which is my go-to for streaming because it has the doubler. Makes me sound better than I am. And STL Tones, the Lasse Lammert, which used to be my favorite plugin forever. I would still say if I had to have one guitar plugin for the rest of my life, and I only could choose from what I have right now, it would probably be this one. Because I have a modded Marshall, I have this Driftwood Purple Nightmare, which does a lot of different tones. The clean on it is awesome as well. On top of that, it has a Dietzel Herbert. So, like, just from this, I can get that fuzzy death metal tone if I want. So, I mean, dude, this would probably be the one. The only thing that this plugin is lacking is effects. I mean, yeah, but think about it like this. Black Ozzy is, I mean, the fact that he even was able to play that show is absolutely outstanding. Like, that dude is so fucking beat to hell. Like, like, dude, Ozzy is fucked. Like, he is. Like, I understand, yes, Ozzy gets on stage and then he does his thing. He becomes another person. Like, I get that, but dude, like, he is genuinely slipping. He's never really been all there. He's fucking insane, but it's just wild to me that he has made it this fucking far. Like, their last show should have been years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Truth be told. With his age and conditions and everything else he has going on, it's crazy. Also, that Lamb of God style riff that I was just playing, making up off the top, sounds sick. I gotta remember, keep it simple as I can. Bro, I'm not warmed up on guitar at all. I almost feel like for what I'm trying to play, it should be slightly faster. What's up, Eduardo? What do you think I should do? Here, I'll give you guys the option. Give it a little bit more speed. I mean, you guys know me. I love everything fast, man. So we'll go like 191. We were at 186. 186 or 187. And then I'll try like 183 or something. And yeah, it does make a damn difference. Okay, so we can go, that's 191, but hearing it now, maybe slower. Say 200 BPM, okay, let's try it at 200. Maybe it's just not fast enough and that's why I'm hearing it this way. So I'm thinking like halftime, you know what I mean? It should be slightly slower, but let's try it. That's too fast. I'm just making this up off the top, so there's nothing solidified yet. So it doesn't really matter what we do. But you think it sounds better faster? Let's try it slower. Let's see what happens. Let's go even slower now. Let's go like let's go all the way down to fucking 180. Let's see what happens. I feel like 180 will get you like here. You know what I mean? Like kind of get you in that position. Like this, you know? So let's go there. Dude, I totally understand, man. It's 11:30 for me too. This is usually when I'm starting to get, ready myself to go to bed. 'Cause I'm an early bird. I like to wake up and catch the worm, you know what I'm saying? So, what are you thinking though? Are we thinking slower? What are we thinking? Let's do this. Let's do this. Before we end this beautiful time together, this special time with one another, why don't we record it as a little demo within this session that I have up, which seems to be a municipal waste style thrash thing I was working on with you guys. That's why it's dated. Why don't I do a little demo? I'll insert a marker, and we'll say it's, what is it? It's drop C sharp. So drop C sharp, Lamb of God type thing. Drop C sharp L O G type riff. Boom. Now we'll be able to remember that that's there. And if I don't remember it, then Tio can say, hey, but you did the thing in the session on the stream. So we will remember. Not May, what's up? $200's a joke. Yeah, I agree. It was too much. We don't listen to Sleep Token here. Yo, good one, AC. Good one. Fucking joke of the night, dude. That's why I need the soundboard. Or do like some mouth trumpet shit. Bro, there's this one dude I went to school with. This motherfucker could actually sound like a real trumpet with his mouth. It was insane. Let's do it with the Gojira plugin. Okay, sounds good. Let's go back to the Gojira plugin. And let's set the BPM, which we're going to meet in the middle. Tio said 200 as a joke. 180 was too slow. So let's meet in the middle, 190. Let's start it at that. Let's put it at that. We're going to go 190. Okay. Okay. I'm fucking strumming here. Puffin popcorn lung poison. Actually, it is a sour mango pineapple flavor, sir, not popcorn. Okay, let's go ahead and let's throw this shit in here. Is there a punk thrash band? Yeah, of course. I just named one a second ago. Municipal Waste. They're about as crossover fucking punk and thrash as it gets with that type of stuff. You know, their whole aesthetic is like, you know, freaking punk metal based. They're like the perfect example. Let's do that one more time. Let's have some fun before we get off here. Got the new strings on here. We're all tuned up. Let's record a little demo riff, and maybe next stream this is what will turn into a song, alright? A chicken banana type riff, yeah. Chicken banana flavor vape. Lava chicken flavor. La 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 lava, yeah. Alright, let's say we're good. Fuck. I don't know. That'll be good enough to get us started with the idea, the vibe. I do think if we go with that sort of LOG style, then we need to put it in. We need to make those drums sort of weird and intricate. And for example of that, I actually have the Chris Adler drum selection. No, this is the, well, at least we'll have some, because when you're playing Lamb of God, you gotta have some Chris Adler to it, man. All right, let's run over that that carpet roll drum beat one more time, and then I'm gonna hop off here, you guys. I do appreciate everyone sticking around, man. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you, guys. We're gonna be writing a song tomorrow. The carpet roll. She's right here. Dude, I remember whenever I was practicing like my triplets and stuff, like back in the day, I was so bad at it. I just remember like telling myself I will never fucking be able to do it. Like, bro. That's about as fast as I can go, I think. Right now, at least, anyways. Alright, so we've got our demo idea, man. Thank you guys for sticking around. You guys freaking rule. Join the Discord if you're in here just sort of peeking around. Appreciate you guys. Click on my name. Hit more. Go to Discord. Join. The fucking shirts, dude. Like, I understand, but I'm not going to be able to get them from who I originally was going to be able to get them from. So now the design is going to be coming from somebody else. I told you guys this. Same guy who did the painting here, and you know, some other art that I had throughout the house. He said that I could use something. It just will still belong to him. So of course, dude. So gonna be doing that. I'll probably do that tomorrow morning when I talk to him. And yeah, so everything is starting to go smoothly again. Work got real stressful. You know, fucking life, man. It's a bitch sometimes. It just is. But yeah, man, it's almost midnight. I'll check you guys later. Peace.